Okay.
Sometimes off the cuff is easy.
Okay. People have asked me how I have gotten involved in actually doing magic, how I got started. And I went to a magic show, and this was about 45 years ago or so, and there was a magician performing, and at the end of the show, he asked me to give him a hand carrying all his magical props into his station wagon. So I did, and he loaded the station wagon up, and as he drove off, the back of the station wagon, the tailgate, dropped, and some of his props fell on the road. I noticed this. I tried to stop him by waving, but he didn't see me. So I picked up the props, I went inside to where the show was performed, and I asked the director there, how do you get a hold of this guy? I want to give him his stuff back. So he gave me his contact number. I called him up, and he came over to my house, and he said, do you like magic? And I said, I've always loved magic, even when I was a little child. He said, I'm president of our local magic club. I'd like to invite you to our next meeting, and we meet once a month. He probably figured I wouldn't show up, but I did show up, and I had been going to those club meetings for about 40 some odd years, and following that we would go to conventions, we would go to lectures, we'd go to places that sell magic, and I began building up my repertoire to be able to perform shows.
Very cool. I didn't know that.
True story.
And how old were you?
I was about 45 years ago, about. I actually went with my family, and it's exactly as I told you how it happened. He actually asked for a volunteer, and I volunteered. He picked me, and I carried the stuff into his station wagon.
Wow.
Yeah.
And where was this?
This was in the synagogue in Norwich.
Wow.
And it was on a Sunday morning, so there were no cars on the road, and we carried his stuff into the station wagon. He started driving off. He got probably 75 feet away, and the tailgate dropped, and stuff fell out. And I waved my hand, but he didn't see me, so I picked it up, went back inside, and I got my contact. And he and I actually became very close friends, and we went all over the place, up to Boston, all different lecture places, conventions, that sort of thing.
Wow.
Yep, and you can buy things at these lectures, and I would pick items up, and I started hunting items at different places all over the world, and put together a nice repertoire. I began practicing, and then I felt comfortable to start going out and stimulating people. I don't make money the bottom line to what I do because I spent a year in Vietnam